Okay, now part 2 of D-Man's rants. Unfortunately, we had to drop Andrew off, because we got to his house and such. So now it's only me and Dylan. So Dylan, what do you think of? No, I'll keep the thing here because you can't see him with the darkness right now. But so Dylan, what do you think of censorship?
Bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Shut up. It's bullshit. You know why it's bullshit?
What?
Because if a kid... Listen, let me tell you something. In Europe, you're allowed nudity, but they are really intense on violence. In America...
It's essentially the other way around.
Yeah, it's the other way goddamn around. What the fuck?
Which reminds me, they have Showgirls on demand for free right now.
That is great.
And it's on, and also, it's from Encore,
and
so
Tipper needs to die.
Why?
Because she lived her life so long. I mean, she's been married to Al Gore for fucking 40 years. You know what I mean? And she finally divorced him after 40 years. What the fuck?
Well, I think he was like caught cheating on her or something.
After 40 years, you'd think you'd know a man long enough to still be with him?
No.
You gotta be that fucking stupid.
Which reminds me, because it's from Encore, it's the NC-17 version.
Thank God.
Impact had the fucking rated R version. I got all pissed about it. Because, let's face it, Showgirls is a pretty fucking stupid movie. But
it sure is fun to look at.
It's fun to watch because essentially it's like a few steps away from being out and out softcore porn in certain scenes.
Or whatever, You know what? If a kid wants to see naked girls, let her see naked girls. What the fuck's wrong with that?
Well, then there's Blue Orchid, if I remember correctly. I think it's called Blue Orchid. Blue Orchid essentially is out and out softcore porn with better actors in it.
They got films in fucking Europe with moms and their sons, okay?
That's just creepy.
Exactly, but you know what? It could be entertainment. I don't know.
Well, man, whatever floats your boat. If you're into that stuff,
Or if you're into being whipped.
More power to you.
I mean, there's some people that think that being lynched is satisfying. Okay, like being like, ooh, I want to hang you from that tree while I suck your dick and you die.
I don't think that's very popular, but I'm sure it's happened at some point.
And what about that man bathing in his own jello? Alright?
Can we not talk about the jello bathing man, please?
Yeah, why not? Okay, what else?
Well, what do you think of, M ratings on games and provide ID at video game stores?
M ratings on games? Let me tell you something.
Dude, to me, the M rating is just more of an incentive to actually buy the game.
Yeah, exactly. You know, I mean, 10 years ago, let me tell you something. They card people at GameStop.
Yep.
That's bullshit. You know why? Because 10 years ago, they didn't do that. Think about it now.
And they rate stuff M for, like, the stupidest things, too.
Yeah, exactly. Like, fuck. They put it on fucking Animal Crossing if they had to.
Although, actually, no, an M-rated version of Animal Crossing actually sounds like it would be awesome. But, they put, like, M ratings, though, because there's, like, a little bit of blood in it. Or, like, there's more than just, like, a teensy bit of blood. Yeah.
Like,
oh, they rated fucking M.
Yeah,
dude, like, what the fuck,
and that
man?
brings us right back to censorship. You cannot censor a kid from violence, from sexuality, from anything.
See, the thing is, the only reason people go crazy about it, people act weird about it, is because it's treated as such, a
kids will
fucking
believe anything,
mystical taboo thing.
Nah, kids will believe anything their parents tell them. That's a fucking fact right there. If they see their parents overreacting,
They'll
then they think it's bad. If the parents don't react, then the kids don't give a shit.
I mean, people bitch about violent video games. I mean, not as much as they used to, but, like, people would bitch and moan about, like, violent video games.
Yeah, and they need to fucking stop it.
How, like, violent video games are the root of all evil and crap, when in all actuality, they're not all that bad.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck?
I mean, like, they've done, like, studies and shit that have shown that, you know, violent video games have actually helped people reduce stress, and the number of, like, school shootings and school stuff has gone down. Like, they've, like, done qualified actual polls. But, like, people who are against them just don't listen. They, like, put their friggin', like, fingers in the ears going, no, not listening, no. I mean, I remember, like, for, like, a year or two, they were blaming everything they possibly could on Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, seriously, you walk into a damn store 10 years ago, a 6th grader could buy Grand Theft Auto right off the shelf. He wouldn't be carded or nothing.
Yeah, and
now you get fucking carded? I'm sick of that shit. What? So you're gonna say 20 years later when I have a fucking kid and he wants to buy something similar to that he's gonna have to, I gotta fucking get my ass a card? No. He's going to fucking buy that, and I'm going to tell you straight up, that's how it was back then. You listen to them fucking rules. Because that's how kids learn the facts. That's how they learn the facts.
It seems kind of silly to me. I mean, it's a fucking video game, okay? It's a video game. It's not real. If people have trouble when playing video games, if, like, people play video games enough to the point where they start blurring the line between reality and, you know, fiction, then I think they have more serious issues than playing video games, okay?
Damn.
I don't think playing Mortal Kombat for, like, a certain amount of time every day is going to make you want to rip someone's spine out.
Let me tell you something. That's what started the fucking rating system in the first place. Parents complain, oh, there's blood all over the screen, you know? In Tekken, Mortal Kombat. Just because of that fucking game, we have fucking rating. Thanks to stupid ass parents. And you know what? How in this country something happens because of one stupid ass motherfucker? You know that shit where we gotta grope people in the fucking airport? It's happened because one Arab motherfucker decided to blow up 2,000 motherfuckers on a plane, but he didn't. But they caught him.
I don't think he was Arab. I think he was African.
Whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, it seems kind of...
Same goddamn difference.
Sure, we'll go with that. But, yeah, it does seem kind of annoying that because of one fucking asshole now...
No, and it's like, because, let me tell you something. You know how there's we have those anti-bullying laws now?
Yeah.
We just had it passed. You know why? Because a kid jumped off a bridge. Well, I mean, it's understandable. But
the thing I agree. The thing I'm saying is though that
I mean, you can't get rid of bullying. It's not gonna happen. A lot of kids jumped off a bridge, but did we do anything about it? No.
The thing that pisses me off about the whole.
Why does it when like somebody who is gay? I mean, I'm sure there's been gay kids. You ever heard of that story in what was that movie called? With Sigourney Weaver and that one kid, and the kid jumps off a bridge and lands into traffic. What? Did they do anything about him? Did they do any anti-bullying laws? No, they didn't. Because that was 1983. In 2010, oh, you're so insensitive. You know what I mean? You're so goddamn insensitive that you would fucking like. Just because some kid jumped off the fucking George Washington Bridge does not make it. Now it makes it okay for every. Now we have to not bully kids. I mean, sure, I was bullied, and I'm sure you were too, Evan, right?
So, to a certain extent, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing. Alright, I agree.
It made me into the person we are today.
If I may say something.
It made us into the people that we are today.
Alright. Now, if I may say something.
Yeah.
It does kind of tick me. Now, I think bullying laws, if we were able to stop bullying, I think it's good. Because Lord knows there's been enough bloodshed, and unfortunately enough kids have either taken their own lives or taken someone else's life because they've been bullied. And I get that, and I understand that trying to make some sort of attempt to stop that is important. The problem is, it seems like a fairly unrealistic goal. And it does kind of seem like sort of selected. Like, no one cares about bullying at all. Like, people say, oh, it's a rite of passage. Everyone gets bullied. But the minute... And it doesn't just have to be someone who's gay. The minute, like... It seems like, people only really care about bullying once there's some sort of bloodshed. It's like, all of a sudden, people go, oh, just because, you know, some poor girl can't... You know, just because some poor girl decides to, like, commit suicide or something because she's being bullied... Suddenly, you know, everyone cares about bullying again for a little while. Where was everyone when she was still fucking alive? It's like there's never any attempt to help kids who are being bullied when they're alive, but suddenly now that they're dead, you know, I mean, if people had given a shit about these kids when they were alive, maybe someone would have done, maybe they'd still be alive today.
You think anybody in legislation would listen to this? No, they wouldn't, because they're too busy shoving kids up there.
I mean, it's like, you know, someone has to die in order for someone else to take fucking notice, and to me, that's a bad sign.
And somebody has to die who is distinctive. And see, the thing is, there are so many straight people that commit suicide too. It's not just gays. Well, it has to be freaking gay.
I don't think that. I think that's. Let's stay away from that part of the subject. But what I was trying to say is that, you know, it shouldn't matter regardless. It shouldn't. You paid for it, alright?
Yeah, I paid for it.
Alright, just because I don't know if you got the thing up high enough. But see, like, it shouldn't matter regardless. If some kid dies, then by all means, you know, if some kid dies, then, you know,
then we have to respect, like, we have to pay our respects to him.
Yeah, we have to pay our respects to him, but also at the same time, then people should have cared about them while they were alive.
And you know what? Once they die, that should serve as a reminder.
I mean, teaching, like,
that, you know what? We have to step up and really look into these kids' lives. We can't just, like, say, oh, everybody has to do it, because in the long run, it's not going to work.